It's Week 17 of the National Football League, and we get to watch Brian Robinson Jr. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Commanders and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next.
In between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, it's Arlington, Texas, host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. Two teams in this one going in the right direction. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, both these squads come in off winning streaks. Something's going to have to give, but you love having that momentum coming into a game like this.
And absolutely right, Mike. And on top of it, if you're the home team today playing in front of your home crowd, not only are you coming off this win streak and bringing this momentum into another home game, but you get the energy, you get the excitement of your crowd who's also...
The final 2 weeks of the regular season are upon us, and off we go on EA Sports. Short kick taken just inside the 20. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games, and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
2nd and 7. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
He got it to Mingo. It's complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
First down, Prescott. And to the left side, he's got Ferguson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll run with Dowdle. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Cowboys. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we?
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
And he'll take this up past the 40, a pickup of 5. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Cowboys offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. And we show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. As you can see, he's right up there among the best in the league. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
First time to Lamb in this one. And it's a first down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now Prescott. It's caught. Mingo with the grab. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Now Dowdle. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. And this ball batted away and incomplete. Jonathan Mingo, the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down. Prescott. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready for their second possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bland. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
The Cowboys offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. And things are getting a little tight with 2 weeks left in the regular season. Already, we can look ahead in both conferences to some critical divisional matchups ahead in Week 18. On 2nd down, it's Dak. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Prescott now. That one taken in. Jonathan Mingo. Touchdown, Dallas. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. The Cowboys move further out in front. It is now 17-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Austin Eckler now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They bring the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Dak to throw. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the 31-yard line.
Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to third down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Throwing is Prescott. Pass brought in by Ferguson. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Prescott. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
It's a gain of 19 in the air. That's good for a Dallas first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Catch is made. That's Mingo. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
12 more yards. That's another Cowboys first down.
On play action, here's Dak. He's got it at the 7. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
That's another Cowboys. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's a run. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
So we'll get a 2nd and goal when we return. 17-0, the early score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. They'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Cowboys. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he is the NFL leader in passing yards with 2 weeks to play. Looking to finish strong and capture the crown. They motion the slot man left. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. They send him right out of the slot. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Third and 2. Here's Daniels. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Daniels going to keep it on the zone read. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. On the option, here's Robinson. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. Another run here for Robinson. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go again with Robinson. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
Play action. Here's Daniels. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They put a receiver in motion to the left. They'll go play action here with Daniels. This one complete to Melton. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Dan. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. And the defense has it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw is Prescott. There's that man again, another catch. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
2nd down, Prescott. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there.
In trouble, and down he goes.
If you're gonna take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
To throw is Prescott. A toss out quickly here to Cooks. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Slot man in motion left. The defense all over the little quick pass attempt, and they run him down for no gain on that one. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And off the deflection, it is taken in. And he will take this one in. 79 yards. Touchdown, Washington. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The kick is good. And the Commanders are able to cut into the deficit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Short kick taken at the 17. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 35-yard line.
On the play fake, Dak. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
1st down, Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 49-yard line.
To the air again, Prescott. That's to Ferguson once again. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Again, Prescott to the air. That's into the hands of Mingo. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game, and that one, a 1st down.
That's good for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Prescott again. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
10 more yards.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
1st down. 1st and at the 20-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. They'll work forward only to about the 18. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Second and 8 at the Commanders' 18-yard.
Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. Taking off, he'll try to get there. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Dallas. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start of this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Is good. Makes the score Cowboys 34. Commanders 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Eckler on the return. The Commanders' offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. It's the tight end Henry in motion. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. That'll be caught. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Cowboys have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Pistol now for Prescott. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Right back to Cooks. He's got another one.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. A dive, and he's in! Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will add one more onto their big lead. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The visitors' offense and running back Brian Robinson on the field for their next drive. They'll do so with 1st and 10. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. So, we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And in the second quarter, it is the Eagles who are out in front. A touchdown there for Saquon Barkley. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Rams. 2 touchdown passes there for Michael Penix. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. A touchdown there for Tyrone Tracy. The Cowboys were treated to a fine first half from number 4, quarterback Dak Prescott. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break.
All right, Coach. Thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Here's Eckler on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. Look there. He comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Here's Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. It is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. A big play there for Washington. 37 yards. On play action, Daniels got his man at the 6. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Daniels going to keep this himself. And he will do it himself. He's in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Commanders cut into the lead a little bit.
Commanders 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott set to take over again. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. There's that man again. Another catch. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
At the 38-yard line.
Now a give on the ground. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. On second down, it's Dak. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Now Prescott. Pass brought in by Ferguson. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. That is fielded at the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. He'll manage only a couple. Anthony Walker there to make the tackle. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. On second down, it's Daniels. That's a short one caught by Sinnott. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. On first down, Daniels. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. Not able to stay in. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be a loss of a couple of yards on that one. Daniels to throw on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. To the air again is Daniel. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. The Cowboys have it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
The Cowboys offense about ready to take over once more. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Up the middle they go. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down.
It's 3rd and 1.
Prescott now. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Prescott. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 2-yard line.
Second down, Prescott. And he'll take it on in. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
On Aubrey, good with the extra point. The Cowboys add on to their already sizable lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. Greg, kind of a head-scratcher in this one. A fumble or two here or there. That's going to happen. But they've continually put the ball on the ground in this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've ever seen anything quite like it, and kind of seems like when it rains, it pours. It gets a little mental for the ball carriers. They're kind of contagious in a sense, Mike. But you know who also gets really wrapped up in it is the defense. They say, hey, I've seen that ball pop out time and time again. You get those guys continuing to believe it's going to come out and attack the ball, and you have days like this today.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Slot man in motion right. The defense all over the little quick pass attempt, and they run him down for no gain on that one.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here's Prescott. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And that ball picked off. It's the ball hawk, Trayvon Diggs again. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A shotgun snap for Prescott. To the outside, looked in by Lamb. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Dak. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He's going to keep it himself. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Prescott on 1st down. That's into the hands of the veteran Cooks. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Handoff here, up the middle, and that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing is Prescott. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Coverage by Mikey Samuelsville.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Another Cowboys.
Back to throw is Prescott. This one caught at the 4. And a good job to make sure he didn't get loose. Brought down around the 7. Here now, 2nd down and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Third and goal. Now Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This from 30 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cowboys add on to their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So now, out comes the offense. led by their quarterback as they take over once again. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. There's that man again. Another catch.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. Taking off. That one good for 29.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They bring a tight end in motion left. Here's Daniels. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. You have a tight end motioning left here. 3rd and long, and here's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Dowdle. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Commanders' 47-yard line.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Pistol now for Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Dowdle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive. You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
A 52-yard attempt.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Cowboys will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. 2nd and 7. Slot receiver headed right. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. That's a short one caught by Sinnott. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. Third and a yard, it's Daniels. He's got his tight end. That's Sinnott. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. They send a receiver in motion left. They'll go play action here with Daniels. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. It's the tight end Henry in motion. To the air again is Daniels. A throw on the move is caught.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Give, and here comes Robinson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And he's got the 1st down. A great job looking at engaging where the marker is and getting there to set up 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he will dive into the end zone. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Commanders. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The kick is good. Makes the score Cowboys 54, Commanders 21.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cowboys offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he's going to be very close to a 1st down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. The play action. It's Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a first down.
No, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything's short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Out of a gun, here's a run up the gut. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That is caught. Hooks gets the grab. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off, but not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and they showed they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
So it's a win for the Cowboys. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we say so long from Arlington.